Hello! Welcome to Stephanie Uncensored. So this is the 2016 year in review. This is all the books that I have read in 2016, all of my crazy stats that I went through, and according to Goodreads, what I did for the year of 2016. Yeah! Woohoo! So, let's just jump right into it. So in 2016, I read a total of 161 books with one pending because I am working on one and I'm at the point where it's just grabbing me and I know I can get it done in the next like 2 or 3 days. Super excited about that because I have like 4 more books to read before the middle of January. I have already started on already scheduling out my 2017 goals and reads, and already have on the table that I have to have 4 of them done. So, woo! 2017 is going to be a big, big, big year. So, the number of pages I've actually read this year, or approximately, was 44,141 pages. And then, of course, it's pending the 450 page books that I'm already reading. So I'm super excited about that. Now, the shortest book that I have read this year was A Rockstar Cowboy, The Honeymoon by D.L. Rowan, and that was 40 pages. I read, the longest book that I read was Outlander by Diana Gabaldon, and that was 896 pages. Yay. I actually feel pretty good about that one. The average book length that I read was 304 pages long. Yay! So proud of me. So I'm not reading small books, I'm reading pretty big books, I'd have to say. The most popular book that I read this year for 2016 was Divergent, having 2,153,434 people have read this book. And then the least popular book that I read this year was Romance Menage Double Obsession by Charlotte Sloan. One person also read it besides me. I don't even remember that book. It's very, very interesting. On average, I gave books 4.1 stars in the year 2016. And now to the fun and best part, because I get to elaborate, but here is my top 15 reads of 2016. They're not in the order of like, they are in the order of how I read them throughout the year. So I will let you know what they are. And I say that because there's 15 reads, because some of them are series and some of them are standalones. So there is lots and lots of love here, and let's get to it. So the first one is the Record series by K.A. Linde, and that has Off the Record, On the Record, For the Record, and I loved this series because it was political, it was romantic, it had twists and turns, and I wanted to strangle characters, and I loved characters, and I think I just read it at the perfect time. 2016 was a political year, and God, if this character was a real life person, I would want this person to run. I wanted the main character of the Record series to run for president. What? Because he was written so well and so much better than the candidates that were running and all of the political stuff that was going on. But that's all I'll say about that one. The second one was the Salvation series by Corinne Michaels, and that was Beloved, Beholden, Consolation, and Conviction were the 4 that I read this year. I also need to read Defenseless. However, I'm trying to hold off. I don't want to close out that series yet. I want some more time with my Salvation boys because they're absolutely amazing. Amazing. Love them. And then we have Better by Carrie Haywood. This was her first book of hers that I read, and I read it so that I would be prepared to meet her at Sign and Sip, and this just sparked an amazing author-reader relationship, which I absolutely adore. I love like chit-chatting with her on social media and saying hi to her and, you know, meeting her for lunch sometimes, or, you know, just the little things that not all authors and readers get to do. And I'm really, really thankful that this book brought me to her, because she's special. This book is special. It was amazing. I read it at just the perfect time, and it just was amazing. 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 If I did a video review for it, I will link it in the description below, just like I will for all of the 15 reads. If I did a video for them, I'll link them. If not, then you'll just have to take my word for it that they're amazing books. I loved them. I loved them. And then the next one was Deep Blue Eternity by Natasha Boyd. I know for a fact that I didn't do a video for this one because of the content of the book and because of the topics that were covered. It's just something you have to experience. You just have to experience. I mean, it was life-changing. Life-changing. Amazing book. Amazing, amazing. The next one is going to be the Infidelity series, which isn't complete, but I have read all 4 books that are out at this point by Aleatha Roman. And if you've been watching my channel, you know that I gush and I love and I adore Aleatha Roman and all of her madness and craziness and her books. I absolutely adore them. Adore, adore, adore. Adore her books. If you haven't picked up Knox and Alex, then you need to go and pick up the Infidelity series. It's not about cheating, so don't think that, oh, it's called Infidelity, it must be about cheating. No! So not. So not about cheating. You gotta experience this book. It'll have you on the edge of your seat and you will absolutely adore it. Especially if you like some crazy, twisted, just madness. Madness. And then she threw in some hot and some spicy and some sexy and some love, some romance. But overall, it's gonna blow your mind. The next one is going to be Leap by M.R. Joseph. Another book that brought me to an author that I got to know, you know, on a, you know, sort of personal level. And she's sweet. She's adorable. And I love this book because this book just took me one way and had me guessing. And I was like, what's going on? And I got to know what's going on. I want to say I read this book in like a flash. Like, devoured, wanted more, but it kept me on my toes, and I just loved Leap. Loved Leap. And I enjoy seeing M.R. Joseph. Whenever I see her, I got to meet her at 2 different signings, and just love her extra posts that she does on social media and things like that. So much love. Much love. Why Lie is the next book. It's book number 2 in the Love Riddles by Carrie Haywood. And you may say, hey, wait, that's a book number 2. Why don't you have the other books on there? Although I loved the other books, Why Lie for me though, in this series, just spoke to me. Just spoke to me. And I actually have the 3rd book to read over the next couple weeks, but I know that I'm gonna enjoy it, but I love Why Lie. Just oh, those 2 characters just had me. And I'm pretty sure I did a video for that one because I believe I received it as an ARC. So all my ARC videos, all the ARCs that I got this year, I did videos for. So I will link that one down below. The next set is a duet, and that's the Retrieval Duet by Ellie Martinez. And that is Retrieval and Transfer. That was an ARC, so you can check out that video because I don't even think I can go into how much I adore and how edge of the seat of my seat I was for that book. Those 2 books. I mean, I got one and then I finished it. I was left speechless. I had to wait like 24 hours before I could get the next book, and I was like, gimme, 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 gimme! Give me the book! Give me the book! Needed it! Needed it. Just had to have it. So then the next book is going to be Between Here and the Horizon by Callie Hart. Ugh. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's about all I can say about these next couple ones. And then we have Harley and Rose by Cameron Jenner. Another one. I think I read those 2 and this very next one back to back to back, and I should own stock in Kleenex. That's all that's to it. The next one is Say You Want Me by Corinne Michaels. And if you know anything about Corinne Michaels, you know that's the second book in a bunch of standalone books. And once again, you may be asking, why didn't you put the book number 1 on this series? Or why did you just pick this one? Because this one, I was like, woo, sunshine and lollipops and rainbows and then she rocked my world. Just rocked it. Just rocked it. And yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then we have Black and White Flowers by Rachel Robinson. And this book, I thought I knew what I was getting into when I started it. And no, not what it was. Not what it was at all. She had me twisting and turning and looking this way and looking that way. And just threw in some topics that were like out of this world. Out of this world. Read Major Love, Balls in Play number 2 by Kate Stewart, and I went as far as to find celebrity pictures to match the characters. And I don't do that very often. I mean, usually I'm like, okay, the author sort of puts out these teasers or these feelers, or hey, this is what the character's sort of based off of, this person over here or this person over there. No. Kate had me scouring the internet to find these 2 characters, and I did, because I got this as an ARC and it has its own video. So check out that video if you want to see which characters, which celebrities I matched up with these characters for this book. Then I got destroyed by That Which Destroys Me by Kimber S. Dawn. Book Hangover? What? Book Hangover. And if you watched my 2016 goals in review, reading goals in review, you will know that it went down on my 2016 reading challenge as a wild card as the book that I wish I could change the ending for. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Because, yeah. But it didn't make me love the book any less. And then finally this year, I got thrown into the world of P&R with the It's You Duet by Katy Regnery. And Katy. So I can't link the videos for these 2 reviews because the books don't actually release until January the 3rd and January the 17th. I got advanced reader copies for them. The videos are done, but I'm not releasing the videos until January the 3rd and January the 17th. But let me just tell you, I am not a big paranormal romance reader. I read Twilight, yeah. Okay. I found the good aspects of it, but, you know, I loved the movies more than I actually loved the books. Other than that, there's been a couple here and there's with angels and the devil or demons and things like that. But I've never read a book, or Duet for that matter, because this is 2 books, that had me on the edge of my seat wanting to know what was going on in the PNR world. I knew that it was a PNR book when I came into it, and I absolutely adored it. Adored it. And it makes me want to go out and find and hopefully read more PNR books, because that was absolutely amazing. Amazing. Wait. Don't go anywhere. I just had to come back and give you guys a little bit more, because when I first did my 2016 in review, books in review, I hadn't finished reading these last 2 books. I now have 2 more books to add to the total of 163 books for the year. Woohoo! Yes. Rock on. And I just had to add Dying Wish by Margaret McHeyzer as one of my top 15, now 16 reads of 2016. I just read this book like 2 days ago, and end of the year, right before the year ends, and it totally blew my mind and just had to be added to the list. Also, I mentioned in the list that I put Why Lie, which was book number 2 in the Love Riddles series by Carrie Haywood. I actually got to arc and read Why Not, which is the 3rd book in the series. And although it doesn't make the list as being one of my top favorite books or reads of the year, it does still get an honorable mention. I did mention that in the video, in the first part of this video, that you probably already passed already. But yeah, it was a good book, and I'm super excited that I got to get it in before the end of the year. So now I've read all 3 of the Love Riddles by Carrie Haywood in the year of 2016. Still by far, Why Lie still remains on the top list, but definitely a good series to check out if you like small town romance with some drama and some twists and turns and love and things of all that nature. So now on to my honorable mentions, and that's going to be, those are going to be the Flawed Heart series by Ellie Wade, which is Finding London, Keeping London, and Loving London. The reason it's an honorable mention is because although I loved Finding London and Keeping London, I was only satisfied with Loving London. The Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon. I only read Outlander. I haven't dove into the other 7 books that are out there, but the book actually pushed me into watching the television series, so it gets an honorable mention here. And then The Seasons of Jefferson by Julie Solano and Tracy Justice. When Fall Breaks and The Dead of Winter, they're getting an honorable mention as well, because they sort of brought me back to the high school age kids and being okay with reading them. I don't necessarily always read high school age kid sort of books, or young adult as they would say. They're just sometimes too immature for me. And this duet or series that Julie and Tracy have here brought in some seriously real life stuff that teens are going through, and really was just on the edge and really good. I hope they do another book, because they sort of left me with a small smidgen of a cliffhanger. But that is my 2016 year in review, books in review. Let me know how you guys did this year. How many books did you read? Did you hit your reading goal for this year? Did you read as many books as you wanted to? Did you go over? Well, I did, because I hit 161, and my goal was to hit 150 new reads, so obviously I went over them. I did have a couple of rereads, and in the slideshow that's going to be at the end of this, you will see all 161 book covers, hopefully 162 book covers in succession, and or broken down by month, but you get to see what I read and when I read them, which months they were. And thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later. Bye.